66 million years ago, on a completely ordinary morning, dinosaurs woke up, walked across warm forests, hunted, drank water, and cared for their young. None of them knew that by the end of that same day, almost every dinosaur on Earth would be dead. Not in centuries, not in decades, in a single chain reaction that would change life on this planet forever. Morning on Earth. The world looked peaceful. Dense forests covered huge continents. Giant ferns brushed against the legs of enormous herbivores. Rivers moved slowly under the humid sky. Somewhere in what is now North America, a herd of triceratops walked across a muddy floodplain. Nearby, a young Tyrannosaurus rex followed the scent of carrion drifting through the air. To them, the world felt ancient, stable, and eternal. Dinosaurs had ruled Earth for more than 160 million years. Nothing had ever seriously threatened their dominance. But something impossible had already begun, far away in space. Something that had been traveling silently for millions of years, and was about to arrive exactly on this day. The object. Far beyond the atmosphere, a mountain-sized asteroid was racing toward Earth at more than 20 kilometers per second. It was roughly 12 kilometers wide, larger than Mount Everest if laid on its side. Scientists believe it formed billions of years earlier during violent collisions in the asteroid belt. For ages, it drifted through darkness unseen by any living creature. But gravity slowly changed its path. And now, after an unimaginably long journey, it was about to meet a living planet. When the asteroid entered Earth's atmosphere, the sky itself would become the first warning. But by then, it would already be far too late. Late in the morning, animals across a huge region may have noticed something strange. A growing brightness in the sky. Not the sun, something faster, brighter. Some paleontologists believe the asteroid would have appeared like a second sun, burning across the atmosphere. In just seconds, it crossed the sky. Air in front of it compressed violently, heating to thousands of degrees. The object itself never truly slowed down. It was still moving faster than any bullet ever fired by humans. But the real destruction did not begin in the sky. It began the exact moment the asteroid touched the ocean. Impact. The asteroid struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula. The impact released energy equal to billions of nuclear bombs. Rock instantly vaporized. The ocean boiled away in seconds. A crater more than 180 kilometers wide exploded into existence. The shockwave flattened forests thousands of kilometers away. Any dinosaur within hundreds of kilometers died instantly from the blast and heat. But strangely, that was only the beginning of the disaster. The most deadly effect of the asteroid did not come from the explosion. It came from what the explosion threw into the sky. Billions of tons of molten rock were blasted into space. Within minutes, those fragments began falling back toward Earth. As they re-entered the atmosphere, they heated the air across the entire planet. Scientists believe this created a terrifying phenomenon, a global infrared heat pulse. Forests ignited. Dry vegetation burned. Even animals far from the impact site may have experienced extreme heat waves. In some places, the sky may have literally rained fire. But even that was not the final blow. Dust, ash, and sulfur from vaporized rock blasted high into the atmosphere. These particles spread around the entire planet. Sunlight slowly disappeared behind a thick global haze. Temperatures dropped dramatically. Plants could no longer photosynthesize. Food chains began collapsing. Herbivores starved first. Then the carnivores that depended on them followed. But here is the part most people never realize. Dinosaurs did not all die instantly that day. Some survived the first hours, and even the first weeks. The real extinction unfolded over months and years. With sunlight blocked, ecosystems collapsed worldwide. Temperatures fluctuated wildly. Acid rain likely fell across large regions. Massive wildfires had already destroyed huge forests. The planet that dinosaurs had ruled for millions of years had suddenly become hostile to their survival. Nearly 75% of all species on Earth disappeared during this mass extinction event. But the most surprising fact is this: dinosaurs did not completely disappear. A small group of them survived. They were smaller, feathered, and capable of flying. Today, those surviving dinosaurs are everywhere around us. They sit on power lines. They sing in the morning. They build nests in our cities. Every bird on Earth is actually a living dinosaur. So the last day of the dinosaurs was not truly the end. In a quiet way, the age of dinosaurs never completely ended. It is still flying above us today,